always clap. It's just my cool. The thing, just so you know. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. I was gonna say welcome back. What's my wait, we leaving this in there. See, this is why you do it. This is the first episode of Two Dudes Talking Drums, and I just went to my intro from my actual channel that I did not mean to go to. So listen, let me go back, say what up, though, how y'all doing? My name is Keith, this is Ulysses.
What's up, y'all?
And this is Two Dudes Talking Drums. All right? So what we want to do right now is we want to talk about why we are here. Now, just so you know, some of you guys may know this guy. I'm going to tell y'all who this guy is. If you don't know, who he is and you play drums, we need to have a separate conversation, you and I, off to the side in a minute. But this cat was on Drumeo, and, you know, I had taught him a few things. I told him, when you get on there, you act like this, you do that. Okay, part of that's a lie. Part of that might be a lie. Part of that ain't true. But he was on Drumeo, and a little small station, a little small YouTube channel called Drumeo. And he played little drums, and all of a sudden people was like crazy. And how long did it take to get to 1 million? It was like a day or so?
It was a few hours. Yeah, I'll tell the story at some point, but yeah, it's a few hours.
Hours later, it's 1 million. So that's what he does. Yeah. All right, so.
Can you take a beat and let me talk about you?
Okay. No, I can talk about this cat all day. Hey, wait, I will tell him this. I saw the video pop up on my phone, and I was like, who's it? Because, I'm subscribed. So I saw, it looked like, I watched the video. As soon as I got done, I was like, proud of you on the video, bro. Shot him a text. I don't know where you was when I sent that text.
I don't even remember where I was.
But I sent him a text saying, yo, man, proud of you on the video. But yeah, man, it was like just total, like, big bro, little bro, like, oh, this is crazy. Wasn't expecting it. Didn't know you was going to be there. That's crazy.
So, Keith Powell, yes. I'm a big person in terms of why. For those that don't know, I also had a show a few years ago with Open Studio Network called The Drummer's Perspective. And it basically unpacked the journey behind being a drummer. That show was really wonderful. Check that out on YouTube. However, we took a break from it, and Keith and I were hanging out the other day, and we were talking. We were supposed to do something else.
Completely.
Which is a pattern for us. We're supposed to be here for one thing, and we end up getting on something else. And at the end of the conversation, we both looked at each other, and we said, bro, we got to do a show. Please. So this show really is about us coming together from actually the same background, couple different generations, I would say adjacent. But I want to talk about
old. That's what
whatever.
He just called me old.
But long story short, it's really a cool show, but I want to tell you a little bit about him. I met him through a very dear friend and family friend, but as I started researching him and understanding, his knowledge for drumming is infinite and it's incredible. Then I found out about his YouTube page. And you know me, I'm very picky about presentation. I'm very picky about how people portray what they say they know. And I was actually sitting there watching his review videos, but like, oh, I was going to buy that. I ain't going to buy that no more. Okay. And one thing about me, I'm a researcher. So one of the things I celebrate in this man, his incredible drumming ability. The brother can hold a pocket. I'm from the church, so pocket, you get a trophy for that. Also, he's incredibly knowledgeable. He is a research king, and he also has an incredible charisma and a deep love for what this art form is. And there's not a lot of people that are into the what. There's a lot of people that are into the how, and they're into being seen. This brother is into the what, and he also wants to make sure you have the best gear. So we decided, with my love and my passion and charisma and his, we came together to form Two Dudes Talking Drums.
Two Dudes Talking Drums, baby. Listen, I'm telling y'all, you are not going to want to miss an episode, and we're going to lean on you guys, the audience, to give us topics, and we'll try to talk about those, because some of them, they might be just left or right, but we might go left and we might go right, but or maybe we go left, right. Never mind. Don't even. Sorry. Just there it is. I was going to sing a paradiddle, but anyway, no, we're gonna definitely talk about a lot of stuff. Yes. We're gonna make sure that we educate the community.
Yes.
We're going to have fun. We're going to talk about drums in music, drums in solo, drums in practice. just drums in so many different areas that you may not consider, because most people just think drums, just play. So we're going to do that on this channel. So don't miss out, man. Don't miss an episode.
I got one thing. I'm throwing audibles at Keith.
Uh-oh.
Because, see, Keith is very prepared. But the best of him actually unveils when he's unprepared.
Uh-oh.
So, before we end this, Keith, I want you to send a message. What is one of the most important things that drummers in 2026 should know and embrace? And when you finish with yours, I'll say the same thing.
Okay, so ironically, it's going to be, I'm going to say what's going to actually come up in our first episode. And that is this. Every drummer wants to, when you listen to your favorite drummer, everybody listens to and goes over the, when you're playing on your stereo, you're doing all of this stuff. But that's not how you get paid. It's all about laying what my old mentor used to say, man, you got to lay that firm foundation. You got to give them a floor. The whole band's got to sit on the floor, and the drummer sets the floor. If there's no floor, it don't matter what the guitar player is doing, or it don't matter. Nothing else matters until there's a foundation for everybody to get on and groove in. Because once you set that groove, once you get that going, now the keyboards, oh, that's where you go. Oh, the guitar, you go there. Oh, we go there. And then once they fill in their blanks, now I might add a tom or a cymbal to fill in the stuff that they can't. Never mind. That's what I think.
And then everybody starts smiling.
And then everybody starts. And the funny thing about that is this. That is not a 2026 thing. The problem with that is that's been a thing since we first started banging on drums back in the caves. So this goes way back. We need to learn the foundation. That's it.
I would say, because I can't add nothing else to that, this is one of the very few men and people that when he speaks, I'm speechless. So I'm just going to talk about something else. A very important thing to me that drummers need to know in 2026, they have to listen to the masters. They have to listen to those that came before them. When we first came together, he talked about great drummers from Detroit. For me, as a jazz drummer, I've got over probably close to 100 years of just people I've been listening to, from Baby Dodds, one of the first drummers that ever played an instrument, Sid Catlett, all the way up to some of our favorite folks that we love. So I think to listen, and I want to say this one last thing as well. Don't just listen to one track, because we are now a track listening generation. Let's listen to the fullness, the totality of an album. Let's go back to the LP era, the CD era, or if you go on Spotify, Tidal, or Apple Music, listen to tracks 1 through 20, because what we've lost is the idea and the ability to listen to sequencing. When you have producers and musicians put together something in sequence, just like you go stuff in the grocery aisle, things are sorted that way for a reason. Yep. So I think that in addition to everything he just said about Pocket, which we're going to do a whole episode about how to listen, what to listen, how to listen, and how to take that information in and add that to your playing. So make sure you're listening to music in 2026.
All right, y'all. 2 dudes talking drums.
Talking drums.